the mega paint set from the Army Paint. A massive box containing 50 of the most popular war paints from the Army Painter range. Let's open and see what's in it. The box comes with 5 trays, each holding 10 paints. On top of that, you get a Wargamer Richmond brush, you get our Army Painter mini catalogue explaining all the products we have in the range, a little Warpaints leaflet. Here you can see all 124 different war paints in the range. But most importantly, you get the Wargamer's Army Painting Guide. A comprehensive guide taking gamers from boxed sets of miniatures unpainted and a finished army onto the gaming table in no time. Primarily using the Army Painter technique of spray, paint, dip, done. But it's packed with details and tips and tricks useful for both veterans and beginners. How to spray, how to paint, how to use Quickshade, how to do bases, full of lovely photos of hundreds of miniatures. 5 trays, war paints all over the place. That's 50 war paints. The Warplanes range consists of 4 different types of paint. We've got the metallic war paint with the black lid, the Quickshade ink washes with a red lid, the normal acrylic war paints with a white lid, and also with a white lid the effect paints, like this one here, for instance, Dry Rust. Let's have a look at the metallics first. In the mega paint set, there's 5 different metallics. There's the 3 silver ones: shining silver, plate mail metal, and gunmetal. Perfect for highlight pattern. And there's 2 other ones: weapon bronze and greedy gold. The Army Painter metallics are well known for their super high concentration of metallic flakes. The coverage is superb and the range supplements itself fantastically. So here, for instance, you can base coat with weapon bronze, give it a Quickshade wash of sorts, and go back and highlight with greedy gold. Or with the 3 metallics, as you can see, dark, medium and light. Perfect to build up your highlights. The next thing we'll look at are the washers. The washers comes with red lids, and in the mega paint set we have 4 different washers. We have dark tone, strong tone and soft tone, and also the reddish brown flesh wash. These 3 ink washers, you might recognize the names, matching the bigger polyurethane Quickshade dips. So the dark tone dip and the dark tone wash have the same tone. That means if you've done a whole army with a dip and you want to go back and do an extra few models or a hero and you don't want to go outside with your Quickshade dip, you can simply use the Quickshade wash at the same way, and the models will still look similar when on the battlefield. In the set there are 2 effect paints. You can quickly see the label. It's easy to see which ones are effect paints and which ones are regular paints. The Glistening Blood is a gloss paint made to represent freshly spilled blood or gore. So once you're done with all your painting, the Glistening Blood is the last thing you do, and that will create that gloss effect on your model, only on the blood areas. Quite opposite, we have this effect paint called dry rust. Again, dry rust is used at the very end of your painting, so you've done your normal base coating and shading, and a few highlights if you like, and the dry rust effect is stippled on the metal areas, creating that orangey red, brownish rust effect. What we've tried to do with the Maker Paint Set is to give a fantastic selection of the most used war paints. For 95% of all miniature gamers and painters, this selection will be all the war paints you'll ever need. Of course, if you do have a special project, or if you want to increase your range and stop mixing too much, well, the total range consists of 124 paints, so there's plenty to choose from. But we've gone back, looked at the most popular paints in our range and made a good selection. And both allows for speedy painting without mixing too much and a few highlight options. Here's a good example. Here's the range of flesh colors. We've got the darkish tan flesh, mid-range barbarian flesh, and the highlight elven flesh. So whether you are building up traditional highlights or you want to go for the army painter technique of spray dip done, you've got plenty of choices in here. The purple range consists of 4 purple, alien purple, also a color primer, and 3 other purples. Grimoire purple, very dark one, Orc blood, mid-range warm purple, and warlock purple, almost a pinkish purple. For the range of blue colors, we got 5 colors. The very dark deep blue, a good starting point. The medium range blue, ultramarine blue, and some lighter versions, electric blue and void shield blue. And then we've got another type of blue, which is the crystal blue. In the black and grey area, there's 6 paints. There's of course your trusted MAC white and MAC black. Essential colors, both used for base coating, but of course mixing in, making either the colors brighter or darker. Then we got some dark greys, necromancer cloak, dark stone, which is a slightly grey brownish color, perfect for military figures as well. And then we've got the medium range uniform grey and the light ash grey for highlights. In the brown area, you actually get 7 paints, starting with the dark oak brown, the medium leather brown and monster brown. There's the yellowy desert yellow, and of course skeleton bone. We also got the reddish brown fur brown and a very bright mummy robes. It's an off-white color with a brownish purplish tint. In the green range, there's 8 colors. The darkest one is the angel green. Mid-range is green skin, and also goblin green, slightly more yellowy green. And then we've got some military colors. We've got the army green, the scaly hide. Scaly hide is a more pale version. And we've got necrotic flesh, which is a bright greenish zombie skin color, if you like. And then we've got this wizard orb. It's almost a jade color, and we've got the almost toxic looking jungle green. Perfect highlight color for greenskins, for instance. And lastly, we got the red range, starting with the dark crusted soul, dragon red, and pure red. And in the orange and yellowy range, we got lava orange, demonic yellow, and the very pale moon dust. A fantastic selection of 50 war paints, and a Wargaming regimen brush with a typical triangle handle for perfect grip. This is a good starting point for your brush selection. Warpaints comes in 18ml dropper bottle. That means you can administer 1 drop at a time, only paint with what you need, and when you're done, you simply put the lid back on and your Warpaint won't dry out. And another neat thing with the selection in the Mega Paint set is that most of the colors in here is the matching Warpaint for the color primer of the same name. Here we got Warpaints Ultramarine Blue. Well, that is 100% match of the color primer Ultramarine Blue. We got Plate Mail Metal Spray, and again you'll find the Warpaint matching that. Warpaints Plate Mail Metal. That means if you've started your painting project spraying your army with a color primer, well, in here you'll find the matching Warpaint. So if you need to do touch-ups or correct mistakes, the Warpaint is there to save you, matching the color primer 100%. Before you start with a Warpaint, it's important to give them a good shake. Warpaints is packed with creamy, thick, pigmented color, but the pigment has a tendency to flow to the bottom and the resin base to the top. So if you use it and you find it's a little thin when it comes out, well, you need to give it a better shake. The Mega Paint set is a fantastic deal. You save about 20% as of buying the product individually. It's a complete range for any wargamer who wants to paint their armies or board games or any other hobby project. And as I said before, if you got the craving for more, there's another 74 war paints to choose from. A fantastic range of more colors, more effect paints, more metallics, and all the colored inks. Thanks for watching.